So I've got, let's see, left bank or bank one valve cover. I removed that, replaced the gasket, got the valve cover all washed up. Coming out pretty clean. It's got a few little stains on it, but overall it looks pretty good. And replaced all the hardware with new bolts. So these guys are nice and fresh versus some of the old hardware. Let's see here. Kind of rusty. Not real bad, but anyways, all that will look good. I've got the bank number one high pressure fuel pump replaced. I swapped out my integrated engineering larger pistons to these new pump bodies. So really this is just a cosmetic refresh and to get nice new inlet and outlet fittings here. So that side's done. I'm going to do leak down, check the plugs, do leak down on this bank. I just pulled the manifold to have a look at the intake ports. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the flaps this go around. I didn't in the past. I wanted to see essentially what the torque curve would look like with the flaps in and the turbo. I'm pretty sure, I know that the e-boosters will make up for whatever low-end torque loss there is by removing the flaps. But I am going to like the little bit extra peace of mind that the flaps and the flap screws won't ever come out. So that's these guys here. Let's see, you can see that there's two little Phillips head screws that hold each of those flaps on, and folks have had those guys break or come out and get lodged in the motor. So the other thing that's kind of neat to see, and I expected kind of this level of carbon buildup, but this is, let's see if I can get a better focus there. This is after 7,000 miles since the last carbon clean. So this is running water meth injection, about 20% methanol. That of course only sprays when I'm under boost, so that's under relatively medium high to high load scenarios. So it's not spraying all the time. But I know a lot of folks, or some folks, say that water methanol injection is a solution for carbon buildup on DI engines, but I have never been a believer in that, and this is just further evidence to show that it really doesn't make a big difference. So it's not horrible, but you can see there's at the base of the stems where the valve stems meet the valve faces or heads, there's a bit of buildup. But each of these banks looks pretty identical. So I've removed the separators from this bank. Separators are still in there. For these, I'm going to make my way through, freshen up the ports again, just get the carbon out of there. And then do the same on the on bank 2 here. So, excuse me, new valve cover gaskets. Do leak down test. You can see that there's the new pump body, and there's the old. So I'll put another new pump on that side, again with the integrated engineering larger diameter piston swapped over. And then look for some other optimization opportunities for hose routing, get things maybe routed slightly better. It was already nice to begin with. And then I'm also going to have a look-see. I may have a buddy 3D scan all of this intake manifold assembly, remove the bottom, essentially belly, to this plenum here. And I have an idea, we'll see, that I could redesign and make a new bottom plenum cover there and integrate some port injectors. So they'd be a secondary set of injectors. There'd be 8 injectors, so they'd be something like a pencil spray or a very narrow spray pattern that would spray into the trumpet, their venturi, for each of the ports. So somewhat like some of the more modern sport bikes have, and even some of the modern cars both have direct in-cylinder and port injection. This would allow additional fueling, and that's for way down the road. But it'd be nice to have the 3D scans so I can start to play with some design work, see if that's a feasible location for some more fueling, while retaining the factory DI, all the things that I like about the DI system. Maybe not everybody has those preferences, but I do. And then headers are coming off next to go get Jet Hot coated in their Jet Hot 2000 or Jet Hot Off-Road, it's also called, in just a flat black. So slowly chipping away. Had a head cold the past couple weeks. That slowed me down, and of course we've got a 1-year-old, so I'm slowly making progress, but that's okay. No rush. I just want to get it all done right.